A snake bites a man at a popular metro park.
Well, it's the same park where a woman was bitten last summer while fishing. NBC Action News reporter Sloan Heller is live at Shawnee Mission Park with more tonight. Sloan?
This is where that last bite happened, and I talked to a park official earlier today. He said both copperhead bites are very rare. In fact, he's been in the business 25 years. He's only seen 3 bites in total. But that being said, he said that summertime is when these copperheads do thrive, and although their bites are rarely deadly, they can be, as you're about to see, very uncomfortable. Jeff's nursing a purple finger and a swollen arm, and it's all thanks to a copperhead like this one.
Without the pain meds, it's like somebody hits it with a hammer.
Jeff and his wife were at a picnic with a bunch of kids when he spotted a copperhead. He was worried it would bite someone in the crowd. The former Boy Scout picked it up, holding its head back like he'd been taught. A second later, the poisonous snake dug into Jeff's finger. It felt like an intense bee sting. Jeff could also feel the venom travel up his arm.
Then pretty quick it swelled up, and the finger swelled up, maybe the size of like a bratwurst or something.
Jeff went to the hospital. Doctors say he'll recover in a couple of weeks.
You know, my mom always told me that if you play with snakes, you're going to get bitten, so that's probably true.
And park officials agree. If you see a copperhead, they say it's best to back away and call the park police. Don't touch it or try to move it with a stick.
People that get bit by snakes typically are people that are messing with them in some way or another. I mean, it makes sense. If you avoid it, you're not going to get bit.
But the poisonous snakes are out there. Park officials say copperheads love rocky environments like Shawnee Mission Park, especially in the summertime. And if you live in a new housing development, it's best to be careful there too.
Because it's their home. That's where they live. We're encroaching upon their homes.
Now, again, doctors say it's very rare to actually die from a copperhead bite, but they can make you very sick. And again, as you just saw, very, very uncomfortable. We're live in Shawnee tonight. Sloan Heller, NBC Action News.
Oh, that's scary to think about. Now, Sloan, anything uncommon about this bite?
Yeah, there is something a little bit, 2 things actually. One is that, I don't know if you can tell back there under the overhang, it's a concrete ground, which is kind of unusual for a snake to want to kind of end up there. And also, they rarely kind of voluntarily end up around people. And again, that was kind of a huge picnic going on. So kind of an unusual case there.
All right. Good warning for us tonight. Thank you. Now, a copperhead, unlike a cottonmouth and rattlesnakes, will not give any warning before it strikes. A copperhead is called a pit viper. It and other poisonous snakes have a pit between and slightly below the eye and nostril. Long fangs, cat-eye pupils, and a large triangular-shaped head. Non-venomous snakes have round pupils, no pits, and no fangs. Go to NBCActionNews.com to learn more.
Well, if you're cooking